I'm a strong believer that nothing happens to you, that everything happens for you. And I didn't know that we had a Latino world or worlds that were dedicated to Latinos. I'm a Latina, and what an honor it is for me to be accidentally doing my speech here. So I'm really excited. I feel like this was like the universe saying, no, you belong here. But I felt really excited when Paige put out the proposals for the summit, because I really want to bring advocacy and awareness around mental health to the metaverse. And I'm not a builder. I'm not a developer of any sort. I'm a clinical therapist. I'm a doctoral student, and I just kind of found my people accidentally. And so when Paige proposed that we were going to have a women's summit, I said, this is my opportunity. The first event that I ever went to was Flutter's meditation. And I got there like 45 minutes late. Of course, it's me. And everybody left the world, but I stayed to explore. It was my first time in the metaverse. And what I did is I stood in front of all her beautiful purple chairs, and I literally did this with my arms, and I said, one day I'm going to be speaking to people in the metaverse. And here I am. So I'm really excited and a little bit nervous, because I know how important these topics are to everybody involved. And I just really hope that we can grow our group and grow the messages that are coming from our collective experience. But I wanted to share something about women's mental health. Women are 70% more likely than men to experience severe mental illness. What we don't realize is that women are more likely to experience PTSD and wait even longer to seek treatment when compared to men. Women are 10 times more likely than men to be affected by an eating disorder. When we look at our little girls, ages 14 to 18, have a significantly higher rate of depression and suicide attempts when we compare them to boys of the same age group. I'm screaming, I'm saying, what is happening to us? What is happening to our women that they're falling ill at these disproportionately higher rates? I believe that the suffering that we're seeing amongst women is a symptom of the overarching pressures and oppression that women have to navigate every day in the real world. Women are asked to silence their ability to express aspects of themselves that can make them feel free, alive, creative, and loud. I love to be loud. That's my Latina side. There's an American psychologist named Carl Rogers, and he's kind of known as the founding father of psychotherapy. And he proposed this concept known as congruence. Basically, he said is we have an actual self, who we are in the world, and then we have an ideal self. The larger the gap between who we are and who we want to be, the greater the chance we have mental health issues, psychological distress. If we can make that gap smaller, we experience joy and an overall sense of well-being. In today's world, women often experience guilt, anxiety, depression. They feel inferior to ideologies like intensive motherhood or other gender role biases that we're expected to adhere to. We're supposed to behave and act and even look in certain ways that are deemed acceptable. I feel like it's clear that for many women today, the gap between any research on the metaverse specifically, but where they found that video game players were able to actualize through avatars ideal aspects of themselves. They were able to voice confidence. They were able to experience abilities and behave in ways that were very difficult for them to access in their real life. This improved their overall psychological well-being. So what does that mean for us? I feel that the metaverse has opened the door for women to unleash silent aspects of ourselves. We finally don't have to choose. My first real major event was at the Foo Fighters concert. I don't know if any of you guys tried to get in after the Super Bowl. It was not okay. But I was able to go in a few hours later after the main event. And I remember I just experienced this euphoric feeling. I was the girl growing up that was at the front row at the concert singing every song. And that aspect of myself was silenced. Number one, because of the pandemic, but two, because I became a mother, I was a wife, I became a professional in my community. Society needed me to be modest and less loud. After the Foo Fighters concert, I literally cried. I was able to go put my son to bed. I was able to still put away the leftovers in the fridge while still being the girl in the front row that was singing every song. And it was a really magnificent moment for me. I realized that the metaverse is a space for us women, for moms, for people who have dormant aspects of themselves, that we can bring that alive in the metaverse. We can bring our ideal selves. We can improve our lived experiences both in and outside of the world, because we can be whoever we want here. In the metaverse, we can heal ourselves through connection, through living, through creating, through actualizing parts that we've only ever dreamed of. I believe that the metaverse can